All right, y'all, we back with another video. You already know how we do it. We got Arthur this time. They just announced, well, they didn't just announce, but, you know, they kind of made it official that the fight happened and had the press conference, so I had to do this video. Guys, I'm afraid of Arthur. Like, Arthur is one of the most dangerous fighters on the planet, guys, pound for pound. Y'all already know he Russian. Guys, there's something about Russians that they just work hard, I feel like. Russians just kind of, I'm not going to say they just work hard, because I feel like other races work hard, other countries work hard. But guys, I feel like Russians are just more kind of like they get more dirty, really. Like, they sleep in the woods, they sleep with bears, like, they kind of just more rugged. And that's kind of how Arthur fight, guys. He just this rugged fighter that just seems like you can't get away from him. He hit hard. He got heavy hands. He willing to die in the ring, guys. That's what separates Arthur from a lot of people. Now, guys, when it comes to training and stuff like that, Arthur going to do a lot of bad work. He going to do a lot of pad work, head movement. He do a lot of pad work, guys. And he not exploding too much on the pad, guys. I know it might look like that, but he focuses a lot on just landing the punch and making sure his footwork right and making sure his body is compact when he throw the punch. So, guys, you'll see Arthur doing a lot of drills with the pad work. You're going to see him working on his footwork a lot, switching angles and stuff like this. And then he'll do drills like that, and then he'll work on it on the heavy bag or the bag. This really not no big heavy bag, but, like, you see it right here. Look at this. He trained. Boom. And that's kind of how Arthur do his business, guys. He work a lot on footwork and switching his like angles in the middle of a combination and stuff like that. So you'll see him a lot of times do this on the bag and stuff like that. Which, guys, y'all know what I tell y'all, practice make perfect. Like I said, Arthur's not all the time when he hitting the pads or hitting the bag trying to just knock the pads out. He real big on landing the punch and landing that explosive punch. You see how he throwing that 1-2 kind of a little soft, but with the hooks, he putting a little bit more power on, a little bit more snap. You'll see Arthur do that a lot. He wants to land the powerful punches with a lot of power. Another drill Arthur would do, he would use this a lot, guys. Now, if any of y'all watch Arthur fight, you know he land a lot of hits it's almost like 1 inch from the back of the person's head. So he really trying to hit behind your ear. So when you hit somebody behind their ear, it throw off their equilibrium, so they basically can't even walk. You paralyzing them. Arthur would work on that drill a lot, guys, and that's why he's so. When people be saying like he fight dirty because he hitting the people in the back of their heads, guys, he actually trained on hitting people right 1 inch from the back of their head, so it's not illegal. So the ref can't really say nothing. He practiced on them right looping hands and looping left hand. So, guys, you'll see him practice that drill a lot, guys. Now, when it comes to Arthur footwork, he's going to practice a lot on his footwork, guys. That's what make Arthur so dangerous, guys. That's why I'm afraid of him, guys, because he's like a Terminator that know how to move, guys. If anybody have fought, they would tell you the worst person to fight is a heavy hand person that got good footwork, because it just seems like you cannot get away from this guy. Now, guys, when it comes to strength training, Arthur would do a lot of drills like this guy working on his hands. This kind of strengthen your hands and wrists. Arthur would do this a lot, guys, sometimes for 3 to 5 minutes. Now, guys, you know Arthur is extremely strong anytime he can. Guys, do y'all know how hard it is to do that, guys? He is lifting, twisting a bar. Guys, this guy is twisting a bench bar with his hands, guys. Do you know how strong you got to be to do that, guys? If any of y'all think that's easy, go to the gym, get a bench bar, put it in your hand, and try to twist it like Arthur just did. You won't be able to, guys. That just let you know how strong his forearms is, too. Now, guys, when it comes to weight training, Arthur kind of trained like a football player. He do a lot of deadlift. He do a lot of squats. He'll do a lot of bench press. I mean, he basically do everything, guys. Now, when I put this video in here, because a lot of people underestimate the power of stretching, guys. You need to be as loose as you can in any sport. So you'll see Arthur doing a lot of stretching before he start working out. Sometimes he dedicate a day to stretching. So you'll see that a lot. Now, when it comes to running, guys, Arthur will run a mile, and then he'll do stuff like this, come do push-ups. And y'all finna see in a little bit, he'll shadow box. So guys, he'll do that. He'll do that every match. And sometimes Arthur would kind of go 3 miles, then do this, guys. But it let you know because Arthur in shape, guys. So he'll do stuff like that. He don't really do too many sprints and stuff like that. He kind of got his own routine, so he'll do stuff like that. Now, guys, this will make Arthur so dangerous, guys. Like I said, he throw a lot of combination, but he got heavy hands, guys. And he will sneak a body punch in there while he throwing them combinations. You so worried about him hitting you in the head, he'll come right down to the body, and it just kind of paralyzes a lot of people. So, guys, that's one of Arthur's main strengths. And like I said, guys, this Beaver fight, man, I really do not know how it's going to go because, guys, I'm not going to lie. When you got a smart fighter like Arthur, guys, he just not no Terminator that can't think and just kind of dumb. You're not going to be able to out-trick him or outsmart him like that, guys. This dude got a high IQ when it comes to fighting. So it's harder than you think just to get away from him. And, guys, when you think about it, Mike Tyson did the same thing. He was kind of that same fighter that kind of came for pressure, did a lot of different angles during the fight and stuff like that. But, guys, who beat him, though? Holyfield. Now, Buster Douglas did beat him, too, but Mike Tyson didn't really take him serious, but he took Holyfield serious, and Holyfield beat him by standing right in front of him, guys. You cannot outbox Arthur. I said his name kind of weird, but you can't outbox him. You're not going to be able to run around the ring the whole fight, guys. He's going to catch up to you. He too smart of a fighter for you just to run around the whole fight and think you're going to win. He going to close the distance. So I feel like the only way to beat Arthur, you got to be able to throw bombs with him standing right in front of him. Now, of course, you got to use your footwork, take some distance. I mean, keep your distance sometimes, guys, but you're not going to be able to beat him by outboxing him. Now, Yard was the only one I think really came close to beating Arthur. He hurt him a lot during that fight with some right hands and stuff like that. But, guys, you watch that fight, Yard was standing right in front of Arthur. That's what you kind of got to do, guys. You're not going to be able to outbox him. And then, depending on the ring they in, you're not going to even have you're not going to even have enough room to try to run around the whole ring, guys. Now, do we think Beaver can slug with Arthur? I don't know. Arthur got heavy hands, and guys, like I said, he throw that looping right hand that hit you right behind the ear. So it's gonna be hard to kind of just slug it out with him because he's so used to fighting that way. And if you don't know how to fight that way, then I don't see how you beat him that way. And you're not gonna outbox him. So Beaver in trouble, man. Beaver gonna have his hands full trying to beat Arthur. Like I said, if you see Terrence Crawford beat a slugger like Errol Spence by standing right in front of him, you're not going to be able to beat this guy by outboxing him. So, man, I'm ready to see this fight June 1st. I don't know how the hell Beaver is going to beat this guy, but I know Arthur coming to fight, and he coming to destroy Beaver.